Welcome into the Clear as Mud podcast, where I'm your host, Riveter, and Banana Grabber. There in the
Hi.
and later on, we will be joined by Matt Pitt,
the one-legged tyrant of SFTP, who cannot stand a little bit of Jungle Boogie. No, he's co-opted the bit, I think, so we're good now.
Okay.
I'm amassing my forces, and we're going to annoy Tommy until he breaks mentally.
Think so?
Yeah, I'm gaining allies.
Okay. Well, so Matt will be joining us here directly because evidently him and his co-conspirators over there on the now recording podcast are having to have an executive emergency meeting. I guess it's like at DEFCON 5. I'm not for sure.
Yeah, they're in the war room of the Pentagon.
Yeah, it's like,
running the little gay ops, trying to figure out what to do next, what move, what angle, see what's going on. We got Teddy in the chat, JFA, Joey Westside, Jessica Pizzle, Ellis Assassin. By the way, JFA, I checked the fucking audio every episode, and it's completely fine. Thank you very much. Now send us money, please. Frankly, they should be paying us for this great production. We try so hard.
Well,
and we got so far. In the end, did it matter? I don't know.
I don't know.
We got Sar Khan in the chat. Salvo's a Dago. Oh, he's saying Dago, as in Dago or WAP.
Yeah,
that is a racial slur, and you can't say that. Don't you understand optics on YouTube, Sar Khan?
Yeah. Well, each to their own, I guess, or whatever, right? So before we get into today's show, we'll kind of got a couple little things to deal with here, I guess. Some house cleaning as you were, or what have you, right? We had originally, and I know I had kind of marketed today's show. We were going to talk about this this crypto exchange,
FTX exchange.
Yeah,
what a fucking nightmare that is. Holy shit.
We were going to cover that today, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to cover that because we had this break loose. But what we're going to attempt to do, Banana has graciously I guess extended his time allotment. I don't know how else to put it. His work schedule and stuff is extremely demanding.
I'm a very busy and important person, and frankly, this isn't the least of my priorities, but I try to make it entertaining for all of you great viewers who watch and pay money. Please continue to pay money. We don't do
But anyway, we're going to start trying to do 3 shows a week. We're going to attempt to do like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, to try to prevent you, or to present you guys with a little bit more coverage of stories and stuff that are out there. What we would ask you to understand is that sometimes we just may not be able to do it because our real life stuff comes first. My schedule is a little more flexible right now than Banana's, but so I'm basically.
I don't sleep. Do you see the bags under these eyes? I'm a schizophrenic. I if I'm not working, if I'm going to the gym, I'm doing something to be productive. I can't sleep anymore.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before I go completely insane.
Have you thought about cutting back on the
caffeine? Never. No, I am blood pressure maxing. I'm taking Vyvanse. I'm crushing up Blue Chew to snort in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I am doing everything I can to get my blood pressure above normal, so I'm at peak proficiency.
Yeah. But I did want to cover, because I feel like a lot of our audience is of the generation that will know this. And hang on here, JFA just tipped $1. So
there we go.
And JFA tips and says, here's $1 to go to that crazy meat obsession of yours, Banana Grabber.
Meat obsession? Meat obsession? What meat obsession?
Yeah.
You have to tip another $1 to explain that one to me.
Yeah.
That's where I pretend to not understand what JFA is talking about to get more money out of them.
To get more money out of him, working, I guess. I don't know. So the green, he was the Green Power Ranger. He later on became the White Power Ranger. I know my kids watched this when they were younger and stuff. And but anyway, the star Jason David Frank has apparently committed suicide. He was 49 years old. So anyway,
Unfortunate.
unfortunately, and he was I don't know exactly what happened. And what
Hollywood.
sure.
That's what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah. Being a
But
fucking
anyway,
actor in Hollywood.
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
yeah,
There seems to be like two options out of that. Either go
yeah,
completely insane and become like a crystal salesperson like Gwyneth
yeah,
Paltrow,
yeah,
or kill yourself because you can't handle the trauma.
yeah. But anyway, to his fans, friends, family members, we extend our condolences, and
Sure.
I would hate to, whenever you lose somebody like that, it's never a good thing. And
No.
so, and there are far too many, unfortunately.
Well, unless it's Epstein, that was a good one. I think we could tally that off as a non-tragic suicide. That was even though he didn't kill himself, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. So in other news, we had this happen yesterday.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I don't know how Elon unbanned Donald Trump, who was the 45th president of the United States. Former President Trump has made a statement saying that even though his account has been unbanned, and he has been given access to the account, he will not return to the account. He will not
That's
return to this
bullshit.
platform.
That he's gonna keep that promise for like maybe a week, and then he'll be on there talking shit about Rosie O'Donnell. I
Yeah.
hope his first tweet back is about Rosie. It would make my fucking day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple other accounts that were restored was now Jordan Peterson was never banned from his account. He was locked out of it because of a tweet that he made that was deemed, I guess, against terms of service. And all he had to do was delete the tweet, and he would have been returned back to his account. But he said, no, I will not delete it. There was nothing wrong with the tweet. And so it was a self-imposed, for that matter, banishment. But he has now been allowed back into his account.
And the first tweet he made back was like, "Up yours, woke moralists." That clip again.
Possibly, it is very well possible. They also.
Well, by the way,
Yeah.
one of my favorite Donald Trump tweets is whenever he tweeted Keemstar, and he said, "If Donald Trump was president, middle class would make more money. I honestly think he could keep jobs in America. So true, easy."
Yeah, I know.
I think he like retweeted Keemstar,
Yeah.
but he didn't add him. Very weird.
Sure. Well, I
Yeah.
do know that Keemstar was an adamant supporter of the former president, and so he is definitely a very polarizing character.
Oh, for sure. Picklington says in the chat, DeSantis 2024. Picklington, you are splitting the Republican vote. Do you understand what you're doing? You're causing dissent, and then you're going to make sure the Democrats win. How dare you, frankly? No, honestly, I am really shocked that President Trump decided to run again. I thought surely he was going to campaign and then endorse DeSantis, so that way they get a strong vote for one guy. But no, it looks like he's going to primary DeSantis, and it's very strange.
Riveter 2034. No, Riveter has no aspirations to be in any type of political office. I feel like I don't want to be corrupted And if you get involved in politics, corruption ensues.
If I get any
And-
power, I'm abusing it immediately. Like the second I
Exactly.
get it,
I know
I'm
you
going to
will.
abuse. They gave me a mod role in SFTP, and I immediately just started spamming CCP propaganda. It was Brother How leads by Lei Feng's good example. And I got I got taken my mod role got taken away after that because frankly I was making Matt's life a living hell, and I thought that was funny. Apparently nobody else thought it was funny, but I thought it was funny. So.
Well, I think it is safe to say that comedy is subjective, and what one person finds humorous, maybe another one doesn't. I don't know.
Teach their own. I'm kind of I have a niche humor. Teddy says in the chat, Banana Grabber 2064, if only. I'm too powerful for that office. I don't think the world can handle me sitting behind that desk.
Okay, so let's just get into this. But Matt will join us as soon as he can. Like I said, they're deep in some bunker somewhere and trying to I don't know.
Each other. They have said they're holding Beavers Eat Wood captive, and they're tickling him because they know he's ticklish on his feet. Yeah.
Well, okay. All right. So, Banana, do you know what was the root and cause of what happened? Basically, here's what happened. I'm gonna just say this.
Why don't you tell me? Because I have no clue. There's so many things that happened this weekend. We got to narrow it down.
Okay, so here's the deal. Dead on Dave. We did a show Friday evening. Great little show with Bo Blacks, and we had several others that joined in that evening. Matt Pitt was there, I believe, if I remember right.
And Matt Pitt is here right now. Welcome to the show, Matt.
Hey, Matt. Welcome in, bud.
Am my mic working? Am I good?
Yep, yes, you're good. You sound great.
Awesome.
We were just fixing to get into this, and I was telling everybody
perfect timing. Yeah.
That basically after Dave's show Friday night, I unplugged. I totally unplugged from the internet. And evidently not. No. So I checked my Twitter feed as I'm going to bed last night, because all day why in the hell do we have? We must arrive. We got the damn porno bots in our damn chat.
We got porno bots? Let's go! Okay, sorry.
Here's the thing. I'm actually made them a moderator versus everyone else bans them. I'm just making my mod and
we want the interaction, Riveter.
Exactly.
We want the interaction. Ban the porn bots. What are you doing? Anyways, Matt, we brought you here for one question only. Are you going to address the allegations today? That's what everyone in the chat's waiting for. We got 14 people in the chat waiting to understand. What did you do? Look, you put your dick right into a hornet's nest.
Well, no, Matt didn't. I don't think Matt did per se. Well, kinda. Well,
I'm just making stuff up.
Yeah.
What happened? Tell me.
So the whole day yesterday, I spent with my wife. We just because I had been really busy lately, and we just watched a lot of TV, caught up on some. By the way, while I'm kind of doing this, if you have not watched this new Tulsa King, which is a new series that is exclusive to the Paramount Plus network. We got to watch the first episode. That's one of the things out. I think it's going to be a great, great series. But anyway, so we finished watching that last night. I'm getting ready to climb into the bed, put my little tootsies under the covers. And I was like, let me check Twitter. And evidently the commentary community, basically all because of some voting on a podcast on the now recording podcast, has imploded. Is that pretty much sums it up, Matt?
That's basically what happened. Yeah. to a certain degree. Yeah.
Are you talking about the co-host vote?
Yeah, the guest host vote. Yeah.
You're talking about Brick versus Rum?
No, we're talking about Zip Zap versus Leah.
Yeah. Okay, so what happens?
Yeah. So, do you want me to explain it, Riveter, or do you?
Well, I've got it shared after. I don't know what all we might need, but I've tried to get up as much as possible. So I know that Toxic and basically Tipster kind of started memeing on each other, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so Tipster, go ahead.
Yeah. The bit. Well, it might not be a bit, but fucking Toxic has a crush on Zip Zap, who is one of the people being voted on.
Hang on here. We got a donation here.
Oh, we got a donation from Faye Gitz. $5. What's it say, Riveter?
Says the now recording Discord has terrible VC service. They just make you wait and wait and wait and wait there until someone pulls you in. That wasn't worth the money spent on their membership.
Yeah.
Hi,
Thanks,
boys.
Jenny
JFA.
Faye is so sweet to us.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Okay.
So Toxic has a crush on Zip Zap.
Okay, who the fuck is Zip Zap?
Zip Zap is one of the co-hosts of Doc on the Radio, Spurg Alert. She's
She's
like a pretty Christian girl who like
Christian girl.
yeah, Christian conservative like type
She's a
of
good
person.
girl. She's a good girl.
Bold, yeah, she's a good girl. You know, Tipster has been campaigning for Leia. Leia is like this big-breasted bodybuilder girl. Like the exact opposite of Zip Zap, like and
So it's a war of the thoughts.
yeah, well, yeah, if you
Well,
want to call it
But
the
Zip
angel
Zap-
versus the thought.
yeah, Zip
Yeah.
Zap's not really. I wouldn't put her in underneath that umbrella as a thought. She's just.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there are two women involved and now we've got two guys fighting about it. So okay, so go on.
Yeah, so Tipster was campaigning hard for Leah, and Zip Zap was winning at one point. Once Tipster campaigned on Discord, Tipster campaigned on Twitter, then he went on stream, did a huge clip. I don't know, do you got the clip, Ribter?
For which one is this? For Tipster?
Yeah, for Tipster.
No,
You can show
I'm
that.
telling you, dude. I actually went coma for like
All right.
24 to 36 hours, and then.
Okay, I will. It's a pretty funny clip, so I'm going to get that to you real quickly.
And so I have been watching. I swear to God, I've watched just this morning. I've watched, I don't know, 3 or 4 different podcasts on like 2x speed, which literally caused my brain to melt down. I watched Zolly. I've watched Salvo. I haven't got into the Tipster one yet, but so it was just too much. And then evidently, I guess there's issues between Bo Blacks now and Edwin even. I mean, I don't know how far.
Yeah,
reaching
well,
this stuff
Bo
goes.
Blacks, resident autist Bo Blacks doesn't understand the fucking bit, and he's moralizing on Twitter about how we shouldn't be acting nasty to each other. It's like, dude, you're in commentary, the fucking blood sports Spurgy, like the lowest branch of the fucking YouTube ladder, like where people are just vile and disgusting. Like, what are you talking about? What, like, are we moral authorities on the platform?
I don't
Like,
know.
Bo Black's the guy who wrote the BLM song is fucking saying that, this isn't right. This is not okay. You shouldn't be taking shots at Tipster's wife. Like, really?
Well, okay. I'm just going to hush. So
Well, it's a bit. It would make sense if there was malice behind it, but it's a fucking joke. It's like, and the funniest part is Salvo's pointing out the hypocrisy within the commentary community. It's like, these guys are like trying to get rid of the gatekeepers, right? But what Salvo's doing is pushing their buttons to see if they're corruptible and say, like, I'm gonna fucking like joke around with you. If you try to cancel me, then you're no better than the people you fucking cancel yourself.
So I can explain it like this. So Salvo has gone after other people's family members before. He did it to AC.
Yep.
He's done it to Flamenco.
He's not going after them though, is he?
But no,
it's
no,
not
no.
malice.
It's not malice. No, but when I say going after, made jokes about family members. The thing is, the issue is like, all right, you guys are laughing at that, but when he goes after one of yours, it's now an issue, right? So that's one point of view. From Tipster's point of view, I think what he's saying is he's talked. All right, so he's making a joke about my wife. If I don't speak up, then I'm a bitch, right? If I let this go, then I'm a bitch.
Like, why does it have to be that severe? It's fucking YouTube.
I think it goes back to Tommy. If I'm being honest with you, I don't know.
How does it go back to Tommy?
Tommy made a crack. Tommy made a crack towards. Tommy said something like, "You can go cry on your cerebral palsy's wife." Back in like 2019.
Yeah.
So like, and that started a whole thing between Tipster and Tommy.
If you're gonna be online, this is the internet. Remember, people are gonna say some vile shit to you. And if you can't throw it back, then maybe it's not the game for you. I don't know. Right. Like I said, we're in commentary, dude. Like, this is my point of view. Ever since Leafy got fucking canned for making fun of Pokemon, which he didn't even really do. He only made one video. But anyways, YouTube, decided to get rid of his channel either way. The thing is, ever since Leafy got banned, everyone tucked tail and was afraid to just say shit anymore. Nobody was saying slurs. Everyone buttoned it up and stopped being impolite and silly.
Well, they kind of
Salvo is taking the risk and going, fuck that, I'm just going to be as crazy as possible, and it's working.
Well, okay, yes, but YouTube's playfield kind of changed. They, if you're going to be on the platform and it's not even about being monetized anymore. If you're just going to be on the platform, period, you cannot be too extreme. You cannot.
That's my point. That's so that everyone's so wound up about optics. Nobody's being funny or taking the risks they need to take to be successful or to produce good content. Everyone has their butthole tightened up like this, and nobody can have fun. Nobody can say silly things that don't mean anything because everybody's so wound up and scared about optics.
All right, so let me just we'll listen to this clip and stuff. But
all right, let's listen to that clip. I was just giving my little 2 cents,
and that's fine.
And I took a side. Yes, that's correct, Teddy. I took a side, and I'm Team Salvo. I think he's making this place fun again, and I'm happy about that.
Okay, well, let's watch the clip, and then I'll share my opinions here.
All right.
Today is a very important time for democracy. For today is the day that we have to vote on the next potential co-host for Now Recording. And currently right now, our good friend of the channel, Leia Something, needs your vote. Our good friend Leia Something is running for the next co-host of the Now Recording podcast. And I gotta tell you something, Leia Something is easily one of my favorite members of the community. Easily one of my favorite members of the community. And she needs your support today. Because I said something very enlightening and very true in regards to Leia Something over on Twitter. I said the following: a vote for Leia Something. Vote for her if you like boobs. Because a vote for Leia Something is a vote for them titties. God bless America, and God bless those voluptuous mammaries. Play ball.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Timster is doing what Tipster does, which is simp very hard.
Yes.
Over some some pussy. I don't know what her pronouns are, so it very well could be thusy or bussy.
Okay.
You never know.
So let me just kind of address something.
The elephant in the room?
No, I don't know if it's elephant.
Well, it's not Tipster.
Because
I'm not fatphobic.
I understand. Sabo has went after people's family members, like Augie's mom, right? He has went after.
When you say go after, do you mean like make fun of, or do you mean dox and like do malicious things?
No. Rip on them, make fun, poke fun at that, this stuff.
Okay, what is wrong with that?
I think did he dry hump a picture?
Yeah, okay. So here's my problem, but it's it's kind of a double-edged sword. Okay. Augie's mom is not public, nor is Tipster's wife, as far as she's not on social media, as far as she's not out here tweeting or making TikTok videos or YouTube or anything like that, right? She is not on the dance floor, is the way I like to put it. However, in both of these cases, Augie's case and Tipster's case, the Tipster has put videos out there and stuff on Twitter and stuff of his wife, with him and his wife interacting and kind of cutting up with each other. Augie posted pictures of him and his mom. I think it was at the Grand Canyon or whatever, right? So what I will say is this: while they are not technically, I guess, on the dance floor, just don't put them on the dance floor by bringing them and put them on your platform. Is that? I think that's kind of a fair. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a public. If you're going to want to keep them private, then you don't put them out there publicly, especially on your main, like your main Twitter account or whatever.
You can't play. You can't have it like your cake and eat it too. It's like if you're worried about like the privacy of your family and stuff like that. Here's an idea: never bring them onto the fucking internet, like onto your presence, which is broadcast to like 1 million or whatever people. It's like if somebody makes fun of you or your mom or whatever, and you put them on the internet, fair game, dude. Like it's, and by the way, it's like instead of pearl clutching, can we just realize that like it's comedy? Like, can we dispense with the annoying pearl clutching and like moralizing? Like, because it is like
I think-
if you may not like Salvo's jokes, but he is making jokes, right?
Yeah.
Like, can we agree? They're jokes.
I agree. They're jokes. Yeah. I think sometimes
Okay.
what happens is that people get kind of caught up in it and they start thinking, is it a joke? Is he trying to be funny? People
Isn't that the point of what he's doing? Like, do you
Yes,
remember
no,
the
he's Andy
fucking
Kaufman,
Sam?
yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the Sam Hyde fucking iDubbbz moment where he's like, a lot of your audience might be confused about when you're actually joking. It's like, what do you want me to do? Pull out like an autistic picture book of faces? He's like, baby Sammy's serious. Like, tell them exactly what I'm up
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Doesn't that kind of defeat the fucking purpose of the
does.
bit?
No, I 100% agree with you. Yeah.
So this is why this annoys me, is because these fucking commentary nerds are like, he's being really nasty and it's making the place a worse. It's making the commentary community a worse place. It's like, no, he's making everything fun again because not everyone's fucking wound up about this bullshit.
Well, okay, so okay, so help me on this one, Matt, because I want to seem to think that I know Salvo has never like put his wife's picture out there, but he has talked about her, and he's talked about his.
Is he even married?
All right. So do you want me to quote what Salvo said?
I mean, sure, but I don't know.
Which one are you talking about with the tipster thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Tipster. I went to look. I guess Tipster deleted a bunch of tweets.
Here.
So
I got it.
Oh, shocker! Tipster deleted tweets, huh? He
well,
purged his account. Isn't that like a weekly occurrence?
Well, there's a lot of people that purge accounts. I'll just tell you that.
So
I-
I sent you the
Do
screenshot.
I have to like? Do I have to say I like Tipster too, just to be like to like joke? This is kind of the like a you know, like a part of the issue. It's like, anyway, sorry, there it is.
Yeah, it's not. Let me get over here. Maybe this. Why is it? I swear to. Hang on, let's see. I got it. Let me zoom. Okay, here we go.
There you go. There you go. So
Yeah.
Tipster's wife is not social because she's handicapped. A quote from Salvo Pancakes.
Yeah, and that was on. Okay, but now that was done during a members only stream, correct? That
Members only
was-
stream. Yes. you
How
are correct.
dare you?
Okay, so. I
Come on, come into the deep end with me. You'll like it here. I promise.
Riveter, you can be like. There's a way to go. You can be safe if you want. If you don't have to join Banana in the deep water.
No, you
can kinda
don't.
Just,
Okay.
I'm obviously joking.
I don't.
But what
okay,
I'm
here's the deal. All right, I'll just
just put on your floaties, brother.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Here's the deal.
that's why I'm the guy. You're the
don't-
straight man. I'm
Okay.
the guy who's a disruptive, crazy person.
So here's the deal. Here's okay. I'm gonna be honest and let the cards fall where they fall. I don't give a shit.
Okay, all right.
I don't see where that's that big of a. I really don't see that's that bad of a thing. I really don't.
And that was Edwin's take as well.
I mean-
Here comes Bo Black's Riveter.
Oh, Lex is in the
No.
in the stream.
No, I'm making a joke.
Oh, he's making a
okay,
tweet.
So
Yeah.
He's writing his tweet right now.
Yeah.
So okay. I don't. Okay, Salvo didn't put anything out there that was not known. I think everybody in the community knows that Tipster's wife has a medical condition. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, but like to your point, Sarkon in the chat says, yeah, it's not funny. It's like, fine, you may not find it funny. You're not the target audience. Like, just ignore Salvo. But he still has a fucking right to be like try to be funny on the internet and fucking say nasty things. Unless he's like fucking doxing somebody. I don't why care? Yeah.
You know what? I found myself in a little bit of a kerfuffle not too long ago where
Uh-oh.
I was kind of making light or joke of the fact that this person felt like even though they were online and they were hanging out in Discords and other social media platforms, that they were still entitled to what was it, privacy? And I was like, no, when you engage in social media, right? When you get on Discords or Twitter,
God,
or
we're going into this. Jesus.
no, we're not going into it. I'm just going to say everybody's entitled to their opinions, right?
Yeah.
That person's
Yeah.
entitled to that opinion.
Yeah.
It's not. I disagree with it. I don't think it's factual. I don't think that's even remotely believable. But to the same point, Salvo has the right to make that statement.
Mhm.
Now, does Tipster have a right to be offended and get upset by that statement?
Absolutely. Absolutely he
100%.
does. And as
100%.
Tipster says in the Yeah, right here. He says, Tipster says in our chat, you don't disrespect a man's wife and expect him not to call you out on period. And that's
Yeah.
fair. I'm not making
100%.
the statement that you can't be upset. You can absolutely be upset. What I'm simply saying is Salvo has every right to goof on you for anything.
Sure.
Like in if you may hate it and you may hate Salvo, but I mean, he's still just being a funny guy on the internet. Like I don't think it's as serious as everyone's really claiming
No.
it to be. I don't think it's a personal attack.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
being funny. And sometimes you miss the mark when you're trying to be funny. You know?
I don't think that one was necessarily. Okay, from my perspective or whatever. Of course, I'm not actually in it, but I didn't see that as necessarily too personal. But again, it wasn't my wife.
This is the thing, right? All right.
Yeah.
So Salvo is always in character.
Oh,
Salvo
100%.
has a Andy Kaufman-esque heel persona, meaning
Yes.
he will fucking nitpick at you, pick at you, pick at you,
Yes.
pick at you. If he
Yes.
finds anything that he thinks can get under your skin, he's gonna do it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so that's
And so that,
kind
I
of
think that like the thing is, Tipster, is by your comment exactly. That's the point of the joke, is to make you upset. And the fact that you'll get so upset about it is what makes it funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, sure, like
the thing, like for example, if we look, when Salvo kind of broke onto the scene, I'm gonna say maybe 6 to 9 months ago, something like that, is when I first started
Yeah.
kind of hear him.
Mhm.
He started. That's okay. I think he first was it with Def Noodles, or did he start with Brantley?
No, he started. It goes before that. He was like going after lyrics back in January.
Okay,
And
and then of
then
course
he was kind of like seen as a commentary Spurg.
Yeah,
And he was picking fights with Augie, Nick, and Stardust, and all of them. And he was kind of being like celebrated as like a comedian. Like people were enjoying his memes.
yeah,
People were kind of like like being a part of the meme. And then he went after flamenco and just fucking opened the door for everything, and it turned into like Augie criticizing flamenco, doing a whole manifesto stream on flamenco, and it just ate flamenco alive. And that's kind of what showed how powerful Salvo can be.
yeah, because he's willing to say things that other people aren't, and it's funny.
Well, okay, but here's the thing: the type of humor that Salvo does, and this quote unquote power that he has, is totally controllable by the person that he's going after.
Yeah.
If you don't acknowledge it, if you don't respond to it, if you don't take his bait, for the lack of a better word, right? Then Salvo has absolutely positively zero power, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that these people spurg and they're part of the commentary community is what makes it funny,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know he, like when he was, I remember back when he was going over and was doing those panels or whatever with Stardust, right? He really got several members on that panel that she was doing, those different guests she was having at the time. He really got them riled up over there. I mean, you want to talk about a hornet's nest. He really got that. But anyway, so enough of that. I don't think that's
all right. Let's go into the whole
let's
thing.
Get back to the thing.
Let's get back to the thing. All right. So Toxic blocked Tipster because Tipster was supporting Leah. Toxic has a crutch on ZipZap.
Mhm.
Toxic went on Xylee's stream to face Tipster, and they had a fun little back and forth. And at that point, Leah was winning by a large margin, about 10%, which is pretty big in these votes. And then I was on there, and I saw Salvo was streaming as well. So I was like, I got an idea. I left. I went into the waiting room with Salvo, patiently waited as Salvo fed a puppet monkey that he was calling Augie bananas. Eventually, I got pulled in, and I said, "Hey, Salvo, Tipster's suppressing the votes." And I'm a man of, I like order. I like to be fair. So if one YouTuber is supporting one person, I want to see if I can get another YouTuber to support the other, and that way we have balance. And so, I got him to support ZipZap and go, the pancake vote. Everybody started voting ZipZap. It was about tied when I went back on stream with Xylee. And that's when they realized that Salvo had supported ZipZap. So Tipster had the idea to go into Salvo's chat and say, hey, I will donate $100 if you change your vote and change the votes to Leah. He goes on the stream with Salvo and they have a very calm conversation, negotiation, where they're negotiating prices. Salvo says 500. It's talked down to about 450. The only highest that Tipster's going to go is 175, and then it's a stalemate, and then it turns into a blood sport. Salvo's point is, look, you're coming on this stream to talk about a girl that you want to promote because because of boobs and stuff like that. Meanwhile, you're giving me shit because I made fun of your wife. How is this something that's how does this make sense? Make this make sense? And Tipster's like, look, we can put that behind us. Let's just do this meme. Let's have fun.
Yep.
And Salvo's like, nope, not happening, and just goes full force. And it turns into a very aggressive blood sport in which Tipster basically goes in on Salvo and won't let Salvo talk. It's yelling at him. Salvo can't.
So he implodes. Is what you're saying?
I mean, like it gets aggressive, and Salvo eventually mutes Tipster, and that's when Keemstar shows up in the chat and says Tipster W. Tipster goes on Xylee's stream and says, look, Salvo shouldn't be muting Tipster. I say Tipster W. Salvo hears that after the Tipster stuff. Salvo hears that and says, well, I caught the member stream without me the other day, or I caught the Monday stream without me the other day because he couldn't make it because it was a big snow in or something. And he's like, kind of boring without me, not gonna lie, something like that, of that nature. And I think he may have criticized Brantley a little bit, and then Keemstar heard that and tried to get on Salvo's stream. Salvo said, nope, not letting you on, sorry.
Yep.
And that's the worst thing he probably could have done. And Keemstar goes back on Xylee's stream and is just like, all right, bridge burned.
Now, I would say, Matt, hearing this story, it reminds me of a similar issue way back in 2016 with your man Tommy C in the Beta podcast. However, this is different. I think Salvo is keyed into his doing the bit heel shtick so much that this could be possibly a work, and that he could still turn, even if Keem is jilted and very upset. It very much still could be a work.
Yes.
What do you think?
From what I've been hearing, it's getting kind of serious. I'm hearing behind the scenes stuff that's getting kind of serious. Although the people that I'm hearing behind the scenes are people that work on the Keemstar show, therefore they could be working me as well. But I could see a situation where Keemstar is actually mad. But
I could too, because he's a fucking narcissist who can't handle any criticism. And if somebody outshines him, he's gonna be very upset about it because I don't think he's that secure.
Yeah. But he's also
maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he's like very, very secure and he can handle it.
But he's also a performer at heart. He loves content. He loves making content. So I could totally see him working through that to get Salvo back on. Make sure they're fighting before that, and then they have their little back and forth fight. It's happened before with the editing thing. It didn't go as well, but if this happens, it would probably go way better. But it's back. I don't know. I asked somebody, like, scale 1 to 10, what's the most likely that Salvo will be on the Keemstar show, and this person told me a 2. So that's pretty least likely. But again, I could be getting worked. So
well, if that is the case, if that is in fact the case, that Keem is actually up in his feels, and he's feeling like Salvo is not no longer a beneficial business partner. That sucks, because they are like a match made in heaven. Like they are meant for each other.
So you've been watching the Keemstar show, Banana?
Yes, I have.
You are not someone who really watches commentary a lot.
No, I'm checked out. I don't care, because this community has been full of people who are fucking annoying, who are completely separated from reality in a way that is, they are no longer communicatable to the normal person. I work a normal job. Half of these people are at home collecting fucking welfare. All they do is spend their time online creating fucking somebody said something nasty to me in DMs and they were trying to flirt with me, so I'm going to cancel them on Twitter. It's like, I don't fucking care. But what happened with the Keemstar show is we got a resurgence of 2016 golden era fucking drama in good content. And now I'm really enjoying it. And I feel like that feeling I had back in 2016 where I was all up in fucking drama YouTube shit, I love it. And I'm here for it. What about you, Riveter?
I'll just say this. I was told a long time ago, when I was just a wee lad, that a person's self-conscious, right, or subconscious, whatever, rather, cannot take jokes. Okay. And so the thing we have to take in mind is, okay, so you have the whole bit talking about how Salvo and Brantley was talking about how that they've introduced a kinder, a gentler side of Keemstar, and how now all of a sudden, because of that, and through what they have exposed, quote, the world to, how Keemstar is more liked now, right? And we've seen how Keemstar went ballistic over that, right? Now,
Yeah.
some of that could have been a little bit of a bit. Okay. I'll okay. But I think there was some I think it actually did upset him. I think there was a part of him that, because if you watch his body language and if you watch his facial expressions, that's not something that a person consciously can control, right?
Right.
And so that was telling me right there that touched a raw nerve for Keem. Period. Right? Now, they could have exaggerated it in a little bit of a bit and whatever. Okay, fine. All right. Like the whole thing about constantly dumping on Chris about him not being able to do this aspect or that aspect or whatever of producing, right? I think that grates on Chris' nerves a little bit too, right? Now I know that he takes it stride because he's young and he's learning the technology side of this stuff, whatever, right? And so I guess to kind of fanboy a little bit here for Chris, right? What he's doing is surpasses what like this show here, right? Or what I do for Dave on his shows, right? Because he's running a whole production studio, right? He's got camera angles. There's audio levels he's having to set inside where you've got people sitting right beside each other and setting the mic levels to where, yeah, it's picking up the person in front of them, but it's not picking up the person to the side of them, right?
Okay. Here's my thing about the Chris thing. I don't know how much of it is work, but like I said, Chris is a fucking been on the show. He's a cool dude. I thought it was hilarious how he looked like he was his brain was about to explode when Abby was grilling him on the fucking show.
How good was that Abby Blackford episode?
I was genuinely terrified that Chris was going to have a psychotic moment and stab everyone in that fucking room. I swear to God. He had like a 1,000-yard stare at one point towards the end of the night whenever Abby just kept saying shit, and it was fucking awesome. I look, Chris, that's hilarious to me. All the best. I don't know how much of it's work, but it was fucking funny. And you should be proud of that shit, man. It was fucking hilarious.
The one thing that I'll say is the dynamic between Salvo and Keem and Chris, I think is a very good dynamic.
Yeah.
Now, how long can they keep this train chugging down the track? I don't know, because you have two extremely huge egos in Keem and Salvo. I mean, these things are huge. And I don't know, I hope they can do it for a while, because I agree with Banana. It is okay. The show is entertaining as hell, but not only that, but it has given us smaller creators such as this channel here, whatever, content to talk about and go over and discuss, and I think that in itself is phenomenal. I love the idea that Keem is go ahead.
Yeah, we're grifting too. We're grifting. Yeah, we're doing original. We're reacting.
No.
We're doing a little. We're on our grind set. Yeah, absolutely.
But I love how Keem is actually two things that I love that Keem is doing that he had kind of laid off and not was doing. Is he is interacting with channels, like he'll call into Zali's stream, right? He'll call into Dave's stream, right? He'll call into Tommy's stream. So he calls into these other streams and stuff, and he does his bit. I mean, I know it's a bit, but he's calling and he's interacting and he's engaging and he's funny. Keemstar is funny. No
one can argue that Keem's not, like, Keem is entertaining. All the people involved are entertaining. Joey Westside points out something very important here. He says, attack everyone, make shit up, accuse people of weird shit. It's funny. Who cares? Bingo. That's the fucking internet. Everyone keeps getting this weird. There's a lot of back and forth in the chat between what's malicious, what's funny, what's a joke. At the end of the day, unless somebody's doing an actual malicious act of like fucking doxing or really going after like something fucking crazy, it's the internet. It is a place to be a fucking cesspool of toxic behavior
Well,
and to say the most awful things that you could always anything you could possibly think of
okay,
to another person.
that may be okay for you, but I don't do that.
I don't want it to be a fucking court of reasonability. I want it to be funny. I want it to be
Okay.
I want
Here's
it
the
to be a
thing.
shit show.
I'm all for having fun, and I'm all for poking fun. I love when people poke fun at me. I don't. As long as it's entertaining and people get laughs out of it, I'm 100% okay with it, right? But I think sometimes it does get a little bit too messy, right? A little bit too.
Well, but like this is the thing. People aren't always going to be funny. Like, they're gonna oopsie, they're gonna make a little oopsie and say something that's a little too off base. That's the gig. And when you're trying to do something that's entertaining, is sometimes you'll step over the line. Maybe Tipster's wife was a line. For Tipster, for other people, it was fucking deeply hilarious. So I don't know. It just depends on your fucking target audience and shit. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna sit here and dissect the fucking bit. I'm just telling you from my point of view. I'm happy. I'm very happy, and I have energy again, and I'm entertained by the space. I'm engaged. So they got me,
Well,
but I'm also jaded. So
okay, so I don't know, Banana. Have you listened to the segment where Tipster actually calls in to Salvo?
Sorry, I was laughing at a comment.
Do you want to listen to that or watch it? Have you seen it? Have you heard this interchange between
The blood
the two?
sport.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. No.
All right. Well, and I don't know. Maybe some of the fans haven't seen it either. Maybe some of them are like me. They went into comatose Friday evening and woke up to this. So here we go. So this is right. Tipster, I guess, is in the waiting to call. And so it starts off real cordial, right, man? I mean, it was real pleasant. Yeah. I mean, there was no, and then, so.
In here first. Okay, move to live. Is this the real Tipster?
This is indeed the real Tipster. How you doing, buddy?
How are you doing? Do you have hurt feelings over something that I said?
A little bit, but I think if, we make a solid negotiation here, I think I'm willing to put that aside. I think I'm willing to make peace if you will promote my homegirl, Leia Something, for the Now Recording podcast.
So what do you mean by making peace?
Like, we're good, bro. But bygones be bygones.
But Tipster, just yesterday, you were, just an hour ago, you were fucking cursing me up a storm. Saying fuck Salvo.
Sometimes you have to, just let down your pride, and sometimes you have to do the right thing for a good cause.
So you're willing to let me disrespect your wife?
No, I'm not willing to let you do that moving forward. Okay, I'm willing to forgive you for what happened before.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to give you a handsome donation.
Yeah.
If you will help my homegirl Leia Something win the votes on Now Recording.
So if I'm understanding this correctly, you're willing to put this e-girl, Leia Something, I see her around. I'm a fan of Leia Something. You're willing to put Leia Something above your wife in a way.
Saddle really has a way with words, doesn't he? There.
Yes.
I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah,
he's saying it in the most nasty way possible, which is the point of the joke. But yes, yeah.
That is definitely a perspective that could be taken, right?
Oh boy. Do not negotiate with terrorists, Keem. Fucking drama alert.
Keem says, do not negotiate with terrorists, right? Because you have to, and I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but prior to all of this, right?
I'm not aware of anything. I'm fucking schizophrenic. Okay. I'm drawing fucking corkboard and string, dude. Like,
okay. All right. So here's the deal.
Yeah, what's the deal?
So, and I believe this actually happened on Zolly's streams. If you guys are not watching Zolly Gets Real, her late night streams, if you're not watching those live or the VODs afterwards, you're truly missing a lot, because a lot of stuff happens on her stream. A lot. So the other evening, Keemstar calls in, or no, that wasn't Zolly's that happened on. That was on Edwin's, wasn't it? Yeah. They went in and they were talking about how Tipster has intentionally started streaming at the same times that the Keemstar show, he's directly going against him, right?
Oh, that yeah. He's like he took our time slot and he called Tipster
Yes.
mid show. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and then he actually even called in to Dave's show and was doing the whole shtick with him too, right? About that's my time slot. You can't use my time slot. And if
Keemstar is the most convincing when it comes to stuff like that, because it does sound like he's actually
Yeah.
being like, no, that's my time slot. I will
Yeah.
fuck you over if you take it. No,
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Like,
yeah,
and it's scarier because he's a millionaire.
Sure. And the inflection, he like with Salvo, everything Salvo does is a stick, right? Everything is a bit, right?
Yeah.
Well, you don't know, which is the point. Like you don't know exactly when he's joking or when he's being serious.
So hang on.
No?
When Salvo first started, yes, I questioned, okay, was this stick or was this Salvo, right?
Yeah. Like when he was on those political streams with those fucking bread tubing retards, and he was trying to be funny, and they were all like, "Yeah, that's not funny, Salvo."
Yeah,
it was the wrong crowd, but it was still funny because he's in the wrong place, so it worked.
Exactly. So but when I first really started becoming aware of Salvo and was watching him stuff, I was like, is this guy? Is it all just stick with him, or is there any part of him real, right? And I really was questioning initially. Okay, is this? But I've come to the conclusion that if you see Salvo and he's on the air, it's shtick. Period. It is 100% shtick. I think the only time, honestly, that we got a glimpse, and it was a very brief window of glimpse of Salvo not doing shtick, was when Zali surprised him on the Keemstar show.
Yeah.
There was a very brief, and it was a very, very brief, because he was shocked and he was tickled and he was elated and he was actually happy to see Zali. Because I think he really likes Zali. And there was a real brief window of time there that we got to see the true Salvo. The man behind the curtains, if you will. But all other time, it's stick. 100% stick all the time. But the question then starts becoming, is this a deal where the stick has replaced the man? Because that's ultimately what happened with Andy Kaufman. There was no separating Andy Kaufman, the character, from Andy Kaufman.
No, I just think Salvo's ahead of the curve and people haven't caught up yet. I think the environment's changing, folks. I think we're seeing a 2016 era leafy YouTube, but better. And I just think Salvo's ahead of the curve. That's it.
Okay.
That's all.
So I'm gonna fast forward here just a few.
I gotta take a piss.
Okay, you go ahead. So
I'm gonna wait till this clip's over.
Go ahead, and I'll.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We'll talk. Let's just talk. We'll talk while Banana pisses. So with the Salvo stuff, I think I agree with you. The whole shtick, and you really have to keep that in mind when he's on camera. Now he's never going to confirm that, right? He's always going to deny
100%.
that he's 100% serious and all of that stuff. He comes from Red Bar. Red Bar is he's like a commentary podcast, but he does comedians, right?
Yes.
And he got big because he was going after comedians people hated. Amy Schumer, Sarah Silverman, people kind of loathe. And then he started going after comedians people liked. Yeah. And he was able to cultivate this really interesting audience who are like, you know what, Red Bar? You're right. Joe Rogan is a scammer, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he made this really like, he's not on YouTube. Like, he has a YouTube channel, I think, but they're just clips. He's on his own stream. I think he got deplatformed from YouTube. He used to do I think he was on one of the platforms with what's the Proud Boy? Gavin McInnes. I think he was doing Gavin McInnes platform for a little while, and then he moved on somewhere else. But yeah, so Salvo is very influenced by Red Bar.
So Banana Grabber tipped us $1. Says, I didn't make it to the bathroom. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I peed my pants. I had to change my pants real quick because I peed them. I'm actually wearing my diaper today, so we're fine.
Oh.
Yeah, nobody has to worry. I'm wearing my NASA branded, diaper for people who can't hold it incontinent.
And I'm pretty sure that Red Bar was tied into Savo's whole venture with
Mike Malak.
No.
Hashtag Crinkle Gang in the chat. Sorry.
Yeah, but the most recent one with Deaf
Deaf
Noodles.
Noodles?
Yes.
Yeah, so they actually all started with Mike Malak. Salvo
Yes.
did a Twitter video. This is actually kind of ironic. Did a Twitter video on Mike Malak saying Mike Malak's lying about his heroin use in his book. He took stories from other people, stuff like that. And Deaf Noodles actually promoted Salvo Pancakes back in 2020 with that little Twitter video he did. But yeah, that got on Red Bar's radar, and then that kind of brought Salvo into the fold of that community, and he's kind of crafted himself around that. And I think a lot of the stuff he's using in his streams are like older Red Bar equipment. Like, so I think like Red Bar's been very helpful. I think the main reason Keemstar brought Salvo in is because he got like a confirmation from Red Bar that Salvo is the real deal. You know, a lot of people, including some in the commentary community, think Salvo could be a plant. You know, like planted in the commentary community.
I mean, he tapped into a gold mine because commentary has become buddy. Let's not fucking say anything. Let's play the Optus game and be safe about this. Honestly, remember Tommy's rant about the incestuous commentary community?
Yeah,
it's still here, and people are still buddy. Like, why should all your friends be off limits?
Yeah.
And so
that's my point with the Red Bar. He was going after comedians people hated, like Amy Schumer, and then he started going after comedians people love, like Joe Rogan. Yes. Salvo will go after people hate, like Deaf Noodles, but then he'll also go after people who people love, like Tipster or Augie or Nick or. No one is safe when it comes to Salvo, including me, including you, Riveter, including Banana.
We're game.
Yeah.
We will probably be made fun of relentlessly. Me for looking like I'm 45 but being 27, and Riveter for being old as fuck and still on the internet. So fair.
You know, the thing about this is kind of funny. I was having a conversation with and I didn't honestly, I'm not trying to puff my chest or anything like this, right? but Dave said something to me the other day that honestly and truthfully just floored me. It really shocked me. He was saying how dangerous I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the hell? I'm not dangerous. I am a harmless little fuzzball. I really am. And he says, no, Riv. He says, you don't understand. He says, you are probably one of the most dangerous people. And I said, why? He says, because you will talk to anybody. You don't care what people think about you. You're not worried about getting canceled.
You're not worried about clout.
I'm just
we don't
not
care.
worried about, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I was like, he says, and that makes you scary. He says, how many people would just start up a conversation with people like Leon Lush or Boogie or any of these other guys and just start talking to them? Because
River, we have a caller. Do you want to take them? Sorry. I didn't mean
to 100%. Bring Zali in. I love Zali.
All right. Xylee, welcome to the Clear as Mud podcast. You're on the air. What do you got for us today?
Oh, hey, let me cut y'all. Okay, there you go. I had to. Hey, how y'all doing?
Hi,
good.
I have made it to the top. I'm at the Clear as Mud podcast.
Oh, there you fucking go. You're damn straight. We're going places, Xylee. What do you got for us?
I'm relevant now. Hell yeah.
Exactly. That's the attitude I like to fucking hear.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Thank you,
darling.
Love it. Thank you. I don't know if I would go.
Riveter, turn Xylee up on your end, okay?
Okay, yeah. I got you.
Oh, usually people have to turn me down. That's actually kind of weird for me.
Well, there you go. All right, so she's
all right.
Yeah.
So what you got, Xylee?
Not that just y'all are having a very interesting conversation. I can say though what Riveter was saying when I met Salvo in person. That was really Salvo, and he was like that after the show too. I adored hanging out with Salvo and his wife. I really did.
Okay, so I'm glad you actually called in because earlier today when Banana and I were talking, he said, "Does Salvo really have a wife?" And I said, "Okay." According to Xylee, I said Xylee didn't really talk a whole lot about it because, she's not on the dance floor. But she did meet Salvo's wife when she was in Buffalo and says she was a very lovely lady, very pleasant, and that Salvo married way out of his league. Is that not an accurate statement?
The only thing I will say, because I'm not gonna,
Yeah,
I'm not on the thing where I talk about people's wives. And
No.
husbands
Sure,
and
sure,
that,
sure,
like,
sure.
But I will say this. I did the very first time I met her. I cupped her cute little hands into my
Oh.
hands, and I
Whew,
said,
how you doing,
"Honey," I said, "Honey, you took one for the team.
Oh.
You did." But in all seriousness,
Yeah.
she's so pretty. She's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
She was awesome. I loved her. She was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, but again, like I say, so here's something else, and I'm glad you two, Matt and Zolly's on here, because there's so much stuff that happens, and so I don't necessarily know if I keep everything straight in my brain. Okay,
Mhm.
I know that Salvo, again, in Salvo mode, doing his shtick, whatever he's done, TikTok, or not necessarily TikTok, but like the little YouTube shorts, stuff like that, and
Mhm.
he's talked about his quote, his 3 mixed race children, because he was doing the whole shtick on Teddy Fresh being racist because of the ad design they did for the upcoming Black Friday sale, right? And so so I know he's talked about these children. I don't know if he has children or not. That's none of my business. I don't really care. But he hasn't really talked a whole lot about his wife, has he?
As far as, well, you can tell, like, when Keemstar on the Keemstar show tries to bring her up, he's like, "Don't talk about my wife." He's really big
Interesting.
about people not talking about his wife,
Oh.
Okay, so see, that's what I thought. I thought I remembered.
which
there
I don't
was
blame
some-
him. I don't blame
Okay.
him.
Okay, so all right, so here's my question then. So if he shuts down anybody bringing up his wife, and fair enough for that, I whatever, then is it still fair for him then to talk about, like, for example, Tipster's wife?
That's a mighty good question, Riveter.
It's a pretty good question.
That's a mighty
Because,
good question, Riveter.
I mean, it's
Wait.
kind of like,
Who talked about? Did someone talk about Salvo's wife though?
Like, if somebody, like, if Keemstar will bring her up, or if somebody brings her up, he always shuts it down very quickly, and people always respect him with it. Okay, we won't talk about your wife.
But
Yeah.
that's the bit.
But
I
he
think.
really doesn't like his wife to be talked about on the internet. He doesn't like
The
it.
thing is,
That's
though,
not a
but-
bit. That's not a
but-
bit. When he says that, that's not a bit.
But everyone used to call, like, saying he was dating his sister. Like, that's not his wife. That was his sister. Like, that was a thing for a little while.
yeah,
'Cause that was
I
pretty
remember
chill
that.
with that.
I
Like,
remember that.
yeah.
and
So
yeah, and if I remember right, when people did that, he just kind of like acted awkward about it, and in other words, he didn't feed into it. He just
My-
kind of
Right.
Okay.
whatever, right?
my point
Right.
is that I
Yeah.
think Salvo realizes the irony, right? He really,
Sure.
and that's the bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I go after Tipster's wife, but when you go after
Yeah.
my wife, no, you can't do. That's the bit. That's
Okay,
the bit.
Okay,
I
yeah,
understand
fair
what
enough.
you're saying. I understand what you're saying
Yeah.
there now.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, I get you now.
Yeah.
I get you. I was
All right.
confused for a second. I was like, but yeah, I get
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Do you-
so here's another question then. All right. So I know that, and Matt brought this up, that Keemstar wanted to tried to call into Salvo's stream. Salvo wasn't having none of it, right? And actually, he made a statement, something akin to, Keemstar said some really hurtful things about me, and it hurt my feelings, and so he's mean, and I'm not going to let him talk to me tonight, or something to that, right? I mean, was that kind of like in the, and again, it was stick, but I understand. I mean, it was still something akin to that, right? And then that got Keem, because he was denied access,
I think
called-
that's
Yeah.
what he was mad about the most, not being able to come on the show.
but
I agree.
he called Zolly's stream.
Of
Right?
course, they always go to my stream when
Yeah.
they have issues.
Okay, so I've got it pulled up here. And so he calls in, and let's listen to what Keemstar says right when he enters into the stream, that and this was last night. Okay, so it's fresh off the hot
Night
press.
before last. It was night before last, because this is an edited version of the 3.5 hour live stream.
Oh, okay. Okay. I
Yeah,
got
this
you.
is an edited version. It was when did I put it out? Yesterday, so it was
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Okay, thank you for that, because I was
Mhm.
already melting down trying to getting caught up on everything.
Yeah.
So bless your heart for editing it down for me.
It
but-
took me forever.
Oh, I imagine so. But let's listen to what Keem says when he calls in here to Zolly's stream for a second.
Do it. Like like you would never sit here and see me talk about Salvo's wife. I would never do that. Never.
Fuck Salvo's wife and fuck Salvo.
God damn, team. Okay, sir. So what happened? I heard Salvo was saying some stuff.
Yeah, dude, this little bitch. By the way, Salvo is the biggest little bitch cuckboy I have ever seen. He's sitting there on his show running his mouth. So I jumped in the Discord. All right, let's talk about it. All right.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm not bringing him on. He hurt my feelings. He was talking shit about me. What more can I say? I say he's the god of YouTube. I could say that. You don't have to say I'm the god of YouTube. I am a god of YouTube. That's just a fucking fact. You don't have to say it. I don't want anybody kissing my ass. But if you're going to talk shit, I'm going to talk shit back. This.
Okay. So
See, that makes me think it's Keem playing Keem. Like he's blowing it up more to cause more drama.
Possibility.
I thought that too because we talked about it after everybody settled down and we were trying to figure out if it was a bit or not. I thought that until the members live last night.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the one that kind of like changed everybody's minds.
Yeah, I was 50-50 after my live stream. I have to admit, I was 50-50. But after last night, I'm like 75-80% to 25-20%. Seriously.
Right. Also, before we go any further, I wanted to welcome Chris Lenark to the show. He just
Okay.
Never mind.
Oh, there he
Chris.
is.
Chris, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. It's been a while since I've been on the Clear as Mud podcast.
You've been very busy. It has. Also, congratulations to. I don't think I've talked to you since then, but congratulations to all your success, man.
Yeah, congratulations on getting a job as producer and then getting fired.
And then getting fired last night.
Yeah.
Hold it.
I wanted to see.
He got
hold it.
fired. What do you mean? What? See, this.
Well,
is
that's
how
what
fucking far
I
behind
imagine.
You
I
just
imagine
spoiled the
Chris.
story for Riv.
Wait,
You
let
just
Banana
spoiled
go.
the
Let
story.
Banana go. Hold on.
I was gonna ask.
Okay.
Chris obviously had something to say to us. So, Chris, welcome to the show. What did you have for us?
I just wanted to call in and fucking see this shit show from another perspective. I was not privy to any of the stuff that was happening that night. I was not on anyone's live stream, so it was very interesting.
I was so high, bro. I was so high, bro.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was
bro.
baked as shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was baked as shit. I wasn't paying attention to shit. I was like, nah, just leave me alone.
That was his main line last night. Man, I'm so high, bro. Hold on.
Dude, I haven't smoked weed in like 2 years and I fucking killed a whole joint. It was horrible. It was a horrible experience.
Okay, I'm in the dark. So there's okay.
Same.
There's
Let-
so
let
much.
River ask his
It has
question.
to do with
Okay.
now recording too. That's what's funny.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I just want to make it very clear. Toxic Piplup is the reason for all of this.
This is all toxic.
Oh shit! We're getting mudslinging
Well,
going.
I mean, that's okay. So, I don't want to say mudslinging, but okay. So it starts off as a harmless little meme back and forth between two simps fighting for the ladies that they love.
Exactly.
Fair
This
enough,
is all
right?
because of women. Women are evil.
What?
True.
No, I don't think this is because women are evil. I think it's because guys are letting the wrong heads do the driving of their little bus.
The
So-
white knights of YouTube going
Yeah.
after that pussy.
Okay, and so, Chris, are you in a soup line now? Are you basically unemployed? Or are you? I mean, are you got like a cardboard sign saying, we'll suck dick for money? I mean,
Yeah.
what
He's on the corner,
are we doing here, man?
down on the corner.
I'm just listen. I'm working
Out here
That-
on the
that's-
street.
I'm working. That's all you gotta know. I'm
Okay.
working.
He's working.
working?
All right.
Oh,
That's
hang
all
on,
he can
hang
say.
on, hold on. Are you working or are you working it?
Yeah.
I was like, are you working or are you working work?
Just to let you know, Chris, I can pimp you out. I'm a really good pimp.
Mm.
I'll give
I
you at
believe
least 60%.
Wait, Xylee, hold on. This is my question because a pimp taught me how to slap a bitch properly. So what do you do with your rings?
What do you mean, what do I do with my rings?
Then you're not a good pimp.
What do you mean, what do I do with my rings? You talking about when I stand there and I
Hold
just
on,
touch them?
hold on.
What?
Nah, like if you're gonna put some discipline, do you turn the rings around? Do you take the rings off? A true pimp knows that question.
Oh, I keep the rings on and make sure the rocks are up if I'm going to backhand you. What?
Oh, but hold on, that's a common mistake because you're gonna hurt the merchandise.
That's right. You don't
You don't
want
want to leave a mark.
That's right.
Yeah, you're gonna leave a mark. You don't want to hurt the merch.
You gotta take the rings off.
Not
I
what
learned
you
that
do.
from I learned that when I was in Philly.
Yeah.
I don't want to know why you learned that while you were in Philly.
I used to do door-to-door work, and I went to the place where Bill Cosby grew up. It was really fun. Everyone was super cool, and this pimp taught me how to put my hoe in line, in his words.
Oh wow,
Amazing.
There you
that's amazing. Okay, well
Okay,
now
so
I know.
That,
So back
surely
to
that
Keemstar.
Riveter. Yeah, surely that elucidated everything for you, Riveter. You have no more questions, and we can move on. To the
I have so many questions.
yeah.
But all right, so
So
okay, so
pregnant pause.
Yeah,
Hard
I don't,
pregnant.
here's the
pause.
thing.
Very
I
pregnant.
don't,
Overly
yeah,
pregnant.
you don't understand how pregnant. We're talking 12
You're about to
months
give
here of
birth over
pregnancy
here. You already broke your
I
water.
don't know. Can we hang this around Piplup's neck?
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
we can.
100%.
I think he is the
100%.
scapegoat. And
I
it's all his
already
fault.
did. I put him on my thumbnail with a band-aid and a little white flag.
So
So
everyone
it's already
who's
done.
mad about the Keemstar show ending, you can blame Toxic Piplup and go to his channel and write all your nasty comments to him.
No, wait. All right, calm down. I think it's
Whoa.
you know,
So,
I think Tipster's reaction had a lot to do with it too. All right, I don't think it was just toxic.
no,
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
I blame
Toxic.
Toxic.
Wait. Toxic is for blocking Tipster, and then you doing what you did. So honestly, if you want to get down to it, you could actually blame it on now recording. Just
Oh my
saying.
You could.
And you were upset about the fact that they stole your bit, were you not? This was a conspiracy of the highest order. I think Matt Pitt 4D chess this.
Yeah, I agree. Matt is the bit. Matt is the work. That's what
Matt
this
is the mastermind. Mastermind
Yep.
Matt. He's in his mind palace right now, calculating.
Yeah,
I
Look,
still
I
blame.
just-
I
I
still
just
blame
wanted
Matt
to
for
support my
Colton.
co-host who wanted his girlfriend to win. All right, he
I
wanted his
blame Matt
girlfriend to
for
win the vote.
Colton. I blame Matt for Colton. I blame.
Okay,
all
yeah, let's
Now
explain
Recording
this
for
real
that.
quick. So
that's all their fault.
Yeah, Kristen Ark is fired from the Keemstar show because he stupidly pulled in a fake salvo pancakes.
Stupidly.
He pulled in a fake salvo pancakes into the voice chat. And
I got Raj Royaled.
he pulled in Colton. Colton didn't say anything. He got Keemstar did not want to talk to Salvo, so he kicked Salvo out immediately. Had no idea it was a fake Salvo. So the whole time Keemstar's thinking that Kristen Ark just pulled in Salvo, which he did. He pulled in Salvo. It just wasn't Salvo. So now Keem's like really mad. I knew it was Colton because he was in the voice chat with us making his fucking alt. And I went on there to be like, look, Keem, I can 100% confirm he did not pull in Salvo. He pulled in Colton. And he was like, well, Keem was like, good, he's still gone. Because if you think
just
about
like
it, it's even worse.
Just like the Marvel universe, it's all connected. It's
Is that what we're going with?
yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
But yeah,
What a fucking mess.
Colton
There
got
was-
Kristen Ark fired.
There was one thing that I
Fuck
saw
Colton.
that I have to actually I have to shout out Matt Pitt on this. Let me pull up this tweet here.
You talking about Matt Pitt's breakdown of the whole situation in the most
No.
accurate way possible?
No, not at all. Not at all. This was such a deep pull on his part that I have to give him big time props on this one. Let me pull
Yeah,
up this.
River, do you know where that's from?
River's finding the tweet. Those of y'all watching, you can call into the Discord and
100%.
ask your questions. If you look in the description below, there's a link there. Sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
Now, when I was so you know exactly where this is from, right?
100%. 100%.
A great movie.
Awesome movie.
It's a mini series. Excuse me,
Yes.
Xylee.
Oh,
It's like
whatever.
15 parts. It's
It
very
is a
long.
miniseries. It is a
I
miniseries.
remember watching it as a little child and
Yeah.
being captivated by it. But it's a Civil War miniseries starring Patrick Swayze and someone else, and it's about two friends who are on the different sides. One's in the Confederacy, one's in the Union. They had met at West Point, and then the Civil War happened. And there's like love triangles, all stuff like David Carradine marries the girl he likes, and like all this shit is crazy. It's a really good show.
It is. And of course, we lost Patrick Swayze way too young in life because of pancreatic cancer or pancreatic
Very true.
cancer. rather.
Patriotic cancer.
Patriotic
He got the
cancer.
patriotic
And I'm
cancer.
proud
He was
to be
so into
patient.
America. He was so into America. He died of cancer.
He
You know
got
what?
cancer.
Y'all don't get to pick on me anymore. Y'all don't get to pick on me
Uh-oh.
anymore.
For what?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a toxic Piplup in the voice chat with us today. He's here to address the allegations that he is in fact the reason for the end of the Keemstar show. Toxic, what do you got?
The
Toxic's
man
a
who
piece of
started
shit.
it all.
I wanted to call in because Matt was like drooling over the Civil War and we had to get on a new topic. So now that the poll is over, can we like stop fighting? Is it
No.
over yet?
No,
Oh,
no.
no, we are going to fan the flames as much as possible because we're milking this. Don't you
Oh,
understand? Get on board.
That's not what I wanted. I just
No,
wanted
I don't
to
care what you
win.
want.
Oh, back to the Civil War real quick. People were like, "Why didn't you
Oh
do
my God.
Avengers Civil War? Why not do the Avengers Civil War for this? Why wouldn't you do the Avengers Civil War?" Dude, that's been done since like
Yeah.
2019. Like, get over
Um,
yourselves. Like, I went retro. I went north and south. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But you know what though? There's not enough players to do the Avengers one anyway.
Nah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And here's
Not
here's
yet.
my
yet.
only criticism of this whole thumbnail.
yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's minor, but it's still a little bit of criticism. We have a hippie and a Midwest Ohioan. They weren't. That was no. If anything,
Okay.
Salvo should have been in the Yankee uniform.
No, and I can
Well,
explain.
hold
I can
on.
explain my
I
reason.
was more upset that Tipster wasn't a fat Union soldier.
Somebody changed it. It's in the replies.
yeah.
Someone made him fat. But I can explain my reasoning. All right. You got to
Okay.
quit thinking locations. Quit thinking, oh, he's from Ohio.
Yes.
He's from California. No, stop that.
Okay.
All right. The Union is the United States of America, correct? The country.
Yes.
Tipster represents the Union, the commentary community.
Sure.
Salvo is the guy drifting away from the commentary community. He's the Confederacy. He's the rebellion.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm with you. I'm back on board.
Yeah.
I'm back on
Yeah.
board. Okay.
All right, we got yet another caller. Do you want to take him?
Well, hang on. We will here in a second. Let's give Toxic. So Toxic says he just wants us all to get along, right? Because the vote's over with. So Zip Zap won. Why all of a sudden do you get to determine that the poll is over with, Zip Toxic?
Because it's
poll-
5 p.m.
Yeah, the poll ends at 5 p.m. Eastern every 2 days. So it's Sunday. The poll went up on
Okay.
Friday.
Okay.
If it was up to me, I would have ended it 5 minutes into the poll. And none of this would have happened.
No, you like this. Let's be honest with this. You like this.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be real. Zip Zap was a better option.
Yeah.
100%.
I
Okay.
did vote for Zip Zap, but I wasn't
right.
pushing a vote for
So
anyone.
let's bring
'cause I
Edwin
like
in.
that
Hello, Edwin. How you doing, bud? Welcome to the stream.
Well, you can see how
Professional
Simpy Riveter
shitster
is.
extraordinaire.
Look how Simpy Riveter is. Look who he voted for.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Jesus.
He wanted to see the boobies.
Of course.
Thank you for the warm welcome. This is my
Okay.
first time tuning in, actually, and I gotta say,
Oh.
I like Banana's takes.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciated him earlier calling out Bo Blacks for being a random moralizer. That was kind of unexpected, you know.
How is that unexpected? It's what he's doing on Twitter. It's, I mean, they get like, look, all the love to Bo Blanks, but what the fuck?
I think
I
I
mean-
can bring some. Well, I can bring some extra context to try and play devil's advocate for Bo Blacks.
Please
Bo-
do.
He was very aggravated at Edwin due to the F slur drama. Edwin does not like the F slur
What,
at
F-slur
all.
faggot? You're talking about the word faggot.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Does
Go
not
ahead.
like the F slur at all. Edwin does not like the word being uttered. All of that stuff, and he was trying to get Nick to stop saying it, or like. And so what Boblax is trying to say is, well, you're doing this, you're defending Salvo here, but you were moral F slurring for against the F slur. So I think that's probably Boblax's big.
That is Bo
defense.
Black's take,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is very confusing. If anyone's crying about words being uttered, I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
Wait, can I counter it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Tox. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Boblax just posted a video a couple days ago. Some guy in a game saying the N-word, and doesn't Boblax constantly joke about the N-word all the time on his streams?
Well, yeah, I think that's his point. Is Boblax is pro F slur, Edwin is not.
But in the video, he was like trying to yell at this guy's parent for like.
Oh, no,
teaching
yeah,
him
yeah,
to
yeah,
use
yeah,
the-
yeah,
Was
Well,
that
like,
him or was that
performative.
his
Yeah.
friend?
Yeah,
Was that
Toxic
him
saying
or
that Bolex
his
is performative.
Yeah.
But
And-
Edwin, that's what Bo Blacks is saying about you, that you're
How am I
performative.
performative?
Because you went on for weeks about Nick using the F slur.
Okay, and I still remain that position. I'm not changing it.
So you're moralizing off of one and not another.
Are you
is
pro
what
F
I'm
slur?
saying.
Because I'm not.
Oh dear God, no.
I'm
you
pro
know I
every
don't use that
word. Why are any words off limits whenever you're
Well,
trying
you know,
to
and I
do
respect
something
Well, they're
fun?
just not. They're just not my vocabulary.
Well,
They're not my
okay.
vocabulary.
Everyone can have their own positions. Yeah. So, but what is Bolex's problem with my position? I don't get it.
He thinks it's ableist.
That I am anti-Efsler?
Oh wait, no. Well, I mean,
Okay, here, no, hold on. Before we
Wait,
continue,
Matt, that was
here's the tweet. Here's the tweet. Any clips or quotes where? Or hold on, scroll up. Actually, where is it?
This is
Very
the
able.
beginning of it. So
that's
why
actually
did why did Edwin just do a whole ass stream defending Salvo shitting on Tipster's wife for being disabled?
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, I did not.
But I want to point out that his main take was that the thing wasn't that bad, correct, Edwin? The
Yeah, because you presented the chat here earlier. It said that Salvo said something like she's not social because she's handicapped. So imagine this: somebody says handicapped people aren't that social. Oh, but because it's personalized, then it's super offensive. Is that what it is?
Well, I want to point out Riveter also said earlier in the stream that it was not that bad.
Exactly. So that's my take, and that is me defending Salvo the entire stream or whatever. How am I being ableist for that?
Riveter will be the one being unfollowed by Tipster today. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I just think it's like a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah.
Like for either party to be like, because you're at cross ends with each of your arguments. Like you're anti-Efsler, and Bo Blacks is upset that you're defending Salvo for going after Tipster's wife. Like
now, it's worth noting that I'm not going over the top with Nick. I understand. I just say for my show, just don't say the Efsler. That's it.
Sure.
Like I'm not saying, live your life, whatever. I would rather, but I'm not gonna change his life, and I don't really understand the equivalency that Boblux is trying to make.
But
I think
every
he's
time
just
you
mad
came
'cause
on, but
he
every
lo-
time
he
you
likes
came on my show, Edwin, you would always bring up that Nick said the F slur.
Right? Yeah, I don't like it.
But is
So,
it kind of a bit as well you're doing, or are you?
Yeah, that's the
100%
question.
serious?
I mean, that's for you to decide at the end of the day.
Okay,
Holy shit.
Salvo. Okay,
Oh
cool.
my
Okay,
anymore.
all right.
all right,
Well,
we're all
do we not
co-opting the
have
bit.
comedy anymore?
We're all co-opting the bit, and nothing is serious anymore. So
Thank you. Thank you.
else-
Banana gets it. See, Banana gets
I'll
it.
remember that. I'll remember that.
I'm subscribing.
next time somebody gets offended, it's fair game.
I'll remember it.
So we had a donation real quick from one of our I don't know what you call
Oh,
it.
Faye gets. Faye gets.
Yeah, our faithful viewers here.
We love Faye on the show. She donates a
Yeah,
lot of money. So
she
frankly,
does.
thank you, Faye.
Yeah.
I love this person because they donate a lot of money.
You do.
Her name is Faye.
So open with it.
Yeah.
I
If
love
they
this
didn't
person.
donate, I wouldn't love them. My love is purely monetary. You understand?
Listen,
All right, fair
I love,
enough. That's
I
what we
love
all do.
Niall because he gave me 120 members this month. So
All right,
you
I
go.
love
fair,
Niall.
fair,
Just saying.
Yeah, he's a great faggot.
But anyway, Miss Faye says, what did I ever do to Edwin? I think he's a fine young man. He just needs to fatten up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Faggot.
Oh yeah. How can we get you in the gym and start benching 200 pounds?
Well, I am going to the gym regularly. All right, I'm working on it, so don't worry.
Are you eating? But are you eating
Yep.
your protein
Yep.
per body
Protein
weight
shakes
gram?
every day.
Okay, good. Yeah. I
Are
want to see
you-
you bulk up. It's strong.
So are you taking your vitamins and saying your prayers so you can be a Hulkamaniac?
Not the prayers. Kind of on the vitamins.
Are you shaking down trans kids for
Are you
TRT?
saying the N word to your girlfriend at night?
No N words, but if I visit the Keemstar show and Jalen's there, maybe I'll shake up a trans kid.
Whisper it in her ear.
Did you just say shake up a trans kid?
Give me your money, trans
For
kid.
TRT. No, for TRT.
I was asked if I would shake down a trans kid. I've never done that, but I could.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that went over everyone's head.
Yeah, give me
Everyone
your
just
HRT now.
completely disregard
Hand it
that.
over.
yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Excuse me. Also, Zali, what's with all the tension you're building up towards me? I'm noticing all these comments you're making. You're like, oh, I'll take note of that. What was that?
I'll just take note of it. So when you get upset at somebody, I'll remember what you said.
Okay. Yeah, I see. So we're taking notes on each other, huh? All right. Well, I see what side you're on then. I see.
No, I'm not on the side. That's the funny part.
Okay. All right.
The
That's why
side's
you're all over
interest.
Tipster. Yeah.
Well, Edwin, let me ask you this: did Bo Blacks ever try to reach out to you in DMs and stuff?
Nope.
Ooh.
But you know what? I'm gonna reach out to him.
You should.
That would be a good
Be
idea.
the bigger
because
You know
man.
what you
we're
should say?
friends.
You should say stop being an F-slur.
Yep. But you know what? I'm gonna do a live show tonight. I'm gonna call his ass out for being a little. Sorry.
No, say pussy. Say it.
No, no,
Did
Did
no.
you just stop yourself
See.
from saying
Hang on.
pussy?
Hang
Come on. That was a very pussy thing to do.
I-
as
yeah,
a-
I
This
wanna-
is fucking pussy.
I don't want him
Gentlemen.
to say it the wrong way. I love Bo Black.
Oh,
but,
come
it's like
on.
okay,
Can we enough of that? Enough.
No,
just
no,
just
the
say the word.
but Banana. Here's the reality of it. People take things too seriously, and that's what it's like.
Here's what you do, Edwins. I'm telling you, you need to listen to me right now. Stop caring. It's infinitely better for everyone if you just don't give a
Well, the
shit.
issue is, Banana, the issue is everyone has autism in this community, so they always
Yeah,
take
I know.
it seriously.
Why does everything have to be so serious all the time?
Because everyone takes it seriously. You try to do a joke, and the autistic kid takes it
No, no,
seriously.
no. Are you defending the people doxing? No, I'm just trying to be funny on a fucking show. I have Tiananmen Square, but there's Chairman Mao. Like, can we be silly?
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
you really are communists.
I like your propaganda.
Have
Yes, I
care
agree.
for the autism.
I think we should all lead by Li Feng's example. Brother Howe spoke of this.
God.
Oh my god!
So
fucking stop!
we had a donation.
I will never stop.
I
Yes.
know, Banana.
Nick,
I know you won't.
Nick Hertz donated and $5 said.
Oh, Nick Garrett's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he mean by no N words?
What word are you speaking of?
The N word.
Can you
I guess.
can you clarify?
Well, I think here's the
Be
thing.
specific.
I think anybody, myself included, if I ever do this, I give 100% permission to anybody to call me out on this, right? I think when we try to,
I think when I say the N word, I mean it.
yeah, you're damn right.
River, you actually cannot say that word ever because you have that voice and it will be bad for all of us. You'll get
Yeah, I
canceled
was about to
immediately.
say immediately the southern
Even if
accent.
it gives you the pass, you can't say it. I'm telling you right now, it's bad for us. It'll look bad.
I think if Riv bought the 2 mad N-word pass back in the day, he'd be fine.
Yeah, actually true. Facts.
No, I just think that each person kind of has this line, if you will, in the sand. This is something that I don't want being said around me or whatever, right? And for me, it can be the N word, right? For Edwin, it can be the F slur. Okay. And the thing about it is that, for whatever reason, it will hit a string in us when someone, or it causes a reaction. We're like, hey, I don't want to hear this, whatever, right? The problem is that if you yourself in the past have said things that can be equally as horrible, right? You can't then come at someone and say, you can't say this or say that, because that's pearl clutching, right? Now, what you guys call it, the pearl clutching, that's the
Yeah.
signal, right? And I love Boi DMax. I think he's a really neat guy, but he will forever go down in history as the dude that sang Black Lives Matter and some of the words that he said. And so I'm sorry. He
did a live rendition of it recently as well.
Yes, he did it at a TwitchCon, and or whatever it was. And so you
have no soapbox. You forfeited your soapbox.
Yeah, you can't ever. Yeah, you can't. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, Bobby. You cannot ever.
I'm sorry, Bobby.
You just cannot sit there and go after anybody for anything. And I think that's equally can be applied to any of us, right? I'm sure if Edwin was 100% honest, there's things in his past that he's maybe said or done that kind of discredits or whatever you want to call it, him from being able to say, I don't want this word said around me to anybody. And that's the point, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't care about being a hypocrite. So in a month, I may cancel all of you for this very stream and find it very hilarious.
You think so?
Yeah, probably.
But let's remember, Boi DMax was calling me out for me, quote unquote, defending Salvo, which I didn't. But my take was Salvo's chat was not that nuclear.
I agree with you. I didn't find, and what I said was I didn't see it as that bad of a deal. But again, it wasn't.
I don't think
it's
a big deal at all.
It wasn't my wife that was being discussed.
The issue,
personal to me.
Yeah,
what's the issue, Matt?
The issue is when you do kind of like get mad at something like that, something in a membership chat, something small like that.
Yeah.
Like that shows Salvo an opening, and you risk him going on stream and being like making tons of fucking jokes about your wife, and that might turn into
because now you've shown your weakness.
Yes.
Now you know there's a place in your armor to exploit.
And
shocking.
I guess my advice is to anybody, myself
wear your heart
included.
on your
I hope I'll remember this. Is when you expose that soft underside, that belly, and when Salvo comes at you, it may hurt but you cannot show that it hurt. You can't, you embrace it. And it's painful. And so
Embrace the hate. Embrace
Oh,
it.
I know. Believe me.
yeah,
I know.
Xylee
poor
got
Xylee. She
Xylee got
got-
the Salvo thing full force.
yes, she did. 100%.
Yeah,
she did.
but you know what? I made it a meme for a month on my channel.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I mean,
She,
yeah.
So
she took the, and I've noticed every now and then,
I thought we were talking about escorting.
Sabo was still,
we weren't, Edwin.
no, we were not talking about oh, Jesus. No, but I notice even now, every once in a while, Sabo will try to yank that chain a little bit with Xylee, and she just doesn't bite. She just doesn't,
No, I pulled up. That's what
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
I pulled up.
exactly. 100%.
Literally pulled
There were
up.
a couple times where he kind of almost had you for a sec, but
Oh
I
no,
think
no,
did a
he
pretty
did.
good
He
job.
absolutely no, he
I
absolutely
think, but
did.
I think that's the point of this whole show today, and we're getting close to
Yeah.
our close time. So just to reiterate, I think finding the angle and approaching it properly instead of getting defensive and doubling down on silly takes that it's that just be funny, just have fun with it. It's not it doesn't have to be so personal. It's the internet. It's at the end of the
Yeah,
day, we're
we're
here
not-
to giggle and be fucking retarded because none of us are fucking experts in a field. We're all fucking chuckleheads, fucking talking into a fucking microphone and looking at a camera. Like, you know what I mean? So it's silly.
Like every
Yeah.
news punt. Like every news punt.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, right, Banana.
But like our take earlier though was that if we understand why Tipster is mad though, right?
Sure.
Like he has
He has-
right.
we've said that on the show, and I know you're trying to reiterate that point, Matt. But like, he has every right to be mad. But again, it's jokes. Like,
Yeah, no.
you may not find it funny, but it's jokes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
I'm personally, I
think-
think I've given all I can give to this subject,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I want to go eat and piss again. Otherwise, I'm going to pee myself. I'll have to
Okay,
get another diaper.
all right, so we'll wrap it up. So we'll start with the last one in, which was Edwin. Edwin, I'm sure everybody is aware of you and knows you, but go ahead and tell the people where they can find you and your channel and what have you, bud.
Yeah, homeboy Edwin. I'm gonna be doing a show tonight addressing Boi DMax because that was whack. But thank you guys for having me on. Thank you to Banana Grabber
Time.
for in about an hour and a half or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Edwin, you
Thanks
were
for
on a
coming on.
date when that was happening, right?
Not a day. I was on my friend's birthday
Oh, okay.
bar thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And thank you. This is a good show. I'm gonna tune in more. I just
Oh.
subscribed. Never heard of it
Well,
before. Shout out to Matt
Thanks,
for
man.
retweeting it.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I appreciate you calling in, Edwin. You're always welcome to call anytime you want. We love having conversations, and more important, we love hearing different views and opinions because
Appreciate
ours is 100% not the only one. So
No, we're retards. Yeah, you
Exactly.
shouldn't be listening to
100%.
us, but we're
No.
here, and you're gonna. Yeah.
It's a good way of putting it.
okay, so Toxic, I think you were next. So go ahead and talk about your podcast there, bud.
Yeah, hi cuties. Just want to say real quick, let me know next time you want drama to start. I'll gladly start something else.
Yeah, fuck you,
Um,
Toxic. Fuck you.
Maybe a surprise now recording tonight. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I think it was
Chris.
Chris. All right, Chris, go ahead and tell us what street corner it is that you're going to be working now that you're on you're out of
Now that you're homeless.
yeah.
Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be in the unemployment line.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Make sure you check out the Keemstar Show. Obviously,
What?
we're going to be pushing forward on that. Going to be a great time. Check out my channel, Chris and Ark. I will be resuming streams on there very soon. And thank you, like always, Riv and Banana. This is always
Yeah.
a fun fucking time. If you aren't subscribed to this fucking podcast, kill yourself.
Thank you.
Hey, or just
Man
subscribe.
after my own heart.
Yeah. Okay. Xylee. Oh Lord.
Wait,
another
you got a
donor.
donation.
Edwin Generation
You gotta-
donated
You
dollar
gotta
says,
change that alert.
says I
It's a
never
bad
liked
song.
Homeboy Edwin.
True.
Oh,
That's
River,
a
has
homeboy.
that been your has that been your alert since you started this YouTube channel?
No.
No, we initially started off with the what was God, the dude I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. I'm trying to find something. And And there's nothing that's just really, although there was a little outburst the other evening where Matt was hollering about "show me the areolas." That may actually become our
Wait,
new.
was it show me the areolas or was it? I think I said. Oh, I don't even want to say what I said out loud.
Maybe
It's
or
already.
was it show me the nipples or something.
No, it was something way worse.
Well, Matt
That's
did
taken
show me.
out of
Matt,
context.
Matt did show me nipples today.
Did he?
No.
Okay.
He showed me titties.
Oh yeah, I showed Chris. Oh, by the way, Leia's tits are on Twitter.
Oh,
Hey,
are they?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, you
Riv
come
goes
out.
everywhere.
I am not pulling that up on
Yeah,
stream.
can we pull that up real quick?
Yeah, can we just pull that up on stream?
Is there a
Pull that
way
shit
we
up,
could
Jimmy.
like? Is there a way you could like look at it and at least rate it, not pull it up?
Yeah, rate the tits, Riv.
Okay,
Please
hang
don't
on.
share that on our fucking stream because we'll
Playing a
No,
dangerous
I'm not
don't
going
game.
to show it on
fucking-
screen.
We're
No,
definitely
freedom
playing a
of speech.
dangerous game.
Freedom of speech. No, I'm just kidding.
freedom of
Hey,
titties.
You're
free
showing.
Free the titty.
Free
is
the
it now on
titties.
screen?
You just had her up there.
Did I?
See, this is the problem. It's
Right
gonna take
there.
10 years.
She's right there. Hit LE.
No,
Hit
no,
LE.
no. LE.
Go
Oh, for
back.
fuck's sake.
There it
LE
is.
right there.
All right.
No, up one.
No,
one.
no,
River,
down.
what's
Leah
wrong with you?
something.
Oh my
River.
god.
Leia something?
All right. Go to media.
Leah.
Click
All
on
right.
media. No, scroll up media. There you go. Right there.
All right. You see that?
Please don't
Boom.
have it on screen. Hey, there you go. Nice
You
set.
know, they're not
All right.
bad. I'll give that a good solid.
If this is
I
on
gave it
stream,
a-
Oh
What-
hell!
what-
I
I wanna hear-
not gonna,
I wanna
they're
hear what you
10.
say.
Any boobs I ever see
10?
are 10 out of 10. Always. Any boobs I see is always a 10 out of 10. Period.
10 out of
All right.
10.
It's a
10
10
out of 10. Always.
What about Keffels?
10 out of 10. I don't give a shit.
All right.
yeah,
All right.
okay.
I
Trans-
appreciate
Okay,
Shit,
it.
anyway, I'm
All right,
Xylee. You can find
there
me
you
at Xylee Gets Real, and my late night shows end up in chaos, or my shows that I'm trying to play video games end up in chaos, or Toxic Piplup pops up and starts a commentary community war.
I'm
You never
sorry.
know
Yeah.
what you find in my channel, so
Thank you all for
Xylee
joining
gets
us
real.
today. Yeah, all Edwin's, Chris, Matt, Toxic, and Xylee. We appreciate y'all. And
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Riveter, you want to take us out?
Yeah, I'll take us out.
Check out the Now Recording podcast on Toxic Piplup's channel. Check out Shop from the Point as well.
Shut up!
thanks
No,
for
you're not
having
plugging
me
your
on.
shit on the shit.
I didn't
End
get
it
a chance to
end it before
plug.
you get to no.
I
Don't
didn't
be
get a chance to plug.
no, Matt. You're blackballed from this community. End the show.
I want to plug.
You're not plugging.
We just recorded an emergency podcast that might come out tonight.
All right.
So
I can't keep up with all y'all. Y'all need to slow down.
Just
but
end the
no,
show.
100% thanks.
We're gonna
thank
edit
you
it in post.
to,
Don't worry. Matt will not get
everybody.
that.
Anyway, so 100% thanks for everyone who showed up tonight or called in. Edwin, Chris, Matt, Toxic, Xylee. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, we're going to try to start doing 3 shows a week. Make sure you're following me or Banana on Twitter, or we'll announce it in Discord as well. But anyway, until next show, remember, keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.